So with the return of Verdansk, Call of Duty added a brand new event where you have to open safes and unlock some awesome rewards, including the rarest skin ever in the history of Warzone, and this will be a very easy and quick guide to all the safe locations in Verdansk. Just before I start showing you guys the safe locations, I do have some tips and tricks that will help you make this 10 times easier and quicker to do. First of all, make sure you're playing on Warzone Casual. Do not play any other game mode. Warzone Casual is where it is, because there are a mix of bots and real players, with bots being the majority, which makes it a lot easier, like I said, than playing any other Battle Royale modes. Stick to Warzone Casuals. Another tip that I can give you guys is make sure you're using a helicopter. Not only it's easier to traverse around each safe, but also some safes will be on the ground while others will be on top of buildings. So to save you the hassle of trying to climb stairs or climb ladders, make sure you're using a helicopter. Like I said, it's easier to traverse around each safe and also to get on top of buildings and down buildings much easier and quicker. This next tip is very important. If you do not take away anything from this video, make sure to remember this tip, and that is all safe locations will be outside. Okay, do not waste time looking inside of buildings. You won't find anything. All the safe locations, for whatever reason, will only spawn outside of buildings. If you are looking for a safe and you cannot find it, do not bother looking inside of buildings. You will not find anything. Another important tip that I can give you guys is make sure you're doing this in a squad. The more players you have, the better, because you can divide and conquer each point of interest. Each member can go to a different point of interest and look for safes, and whoever opens a safe, everyone in the squad will automatically complete that safe. Okay, it just makes things much easier and much better. And finally, it is very important to keep in mind that these safe spawns are random, but these locations that I will show you is where most of the times the safes will end up spawning. But if you cannot find one, just simply back out and join a new match, and you will eventually spawn in the same exact location. First of all, for quarry, I found where the two main buildings are. There's a wall on the outskirts of the first main building. That's where I found my first safe. But there's also the very tall tower in quarry that is between the two main buildings. A lot of times the safe will spawn there, so these are the two main locations that I need to be checking. For the hill spawn of interest, you'll find a safe where the parking area where the helicopter spawns. Right there besides the stairs you'll find a safe, and also where the giant monument is, there's a small wall to the side of it. There's also a safe there. These are the two most common areas that the safe spawns in the hill spawn of interest. For the farmland spawn of interest, I managed to find a safe that was just sitting up against one of these water tanks. I'm not sure what they are, but also sometimes you will find safes on top of those water tanks. So yeah, around these water tanks is where you'll find the safes in the farmland spawn of interest. Next up, you have the dam point of interest, and this is probably the easiest one because you will find all the safes scattered around the bridge walkway area of the dam. It is very hard to miss. Like I said, you will find them scattered across the walkway bridge of the dam. Moving on to the prison point of interest, do you guys see where there's these 4 watchtowers? The area between them is where the safe will spawn most of the times. Where I just landed right here, the wall close to the helicopter, there's also a safe there. Also in this section of the prison where it's labeled 03, you will find a safe there. And finally, for the prison point of interest, on top of prison, where the walkway is to the side, there's a small building right there. You will find a safe there as well. These are the 4 most common areas of the safe spawning in the prison point of interest. Moving on to the train station point of interest, you guys see where there's those about 8 or 12 air conditioning units. Most of the times a safe will spawn there. But you also have this small bridge where it connects the 2 main buildings. A lot of times also the safe will spawn there as well. So these are the 2 most common areas. Moving on to the stadium point of interest, you will find a safe near the south 1 gates. It will be sitting against the wall, very easy to find. Also in the parking area near the west 1 gates, you will find a safe there. Moving on to the hospital point of interest, you will find a safe in the tallest building in the hospital point of interest. Not only that, also where the helipad is, on top of that building you will see a lot of safes. So these are the 2 most common areas for safes in the hospital point of interest. Next up, you have the downtown point of interest, and this is another easy one, just like the dam. First of all, where the SKN communication tower is, you will find one in the parking area of that tower, and the second location is going to be on top of the SKN communication tower. These are the 2 most common areas for safes to spawn in downtown point of interest. Next up, you have the superstore point of interest, and this is another easy one. Most of the times you will simply find it on the rooftops of the superstore building itself, but also a safe does spawn to the right of the main entrance of the superstore on the wall to the right. So these are the 2 most common areas. Next up, we move on to the military base, and again this is one of the most easiest ones to find safes in. First of all, a safe will spawn to the back of this building that is between the two roads, and also the road that has these small white X's on the ground. Around them you will find plenty of safes there, so these are the most common locations that you will find a safe in the military base. And finally we have the storage town point of interest, and one of the safe locations is opposite the G building in storage town. You will find a safe there up against a wall, and I've also seen safe spawn smack dab in the middle of storage town. So yeah, these are the most common areas for safes to spawn in the storage town point of interest. Now doesn't end there just yet, because there's also a very super rare skin in Warzone's history, okay? The rarest skin in Warzone ever from launch until now, and that is Kane's Trailblazer Operator skin. And in order to unlock this exclusive reward, you have to keep on opening safes until you get lucky and open the safe that contains this ultra rare operator skin, which at the beginning of this event had the odds of 1 in 10,000 before Activision reduced the odds to about 1 in 1,000. But even with that nerf, it is still very rare. Just imagine, to begin with, they had it at 1 in every 10,000 saves. So yeah, it is very rare to unlock. It is the rarest skin in Warzone history. However, I do know some players that opened about 20 safes and got the skin, while others have opened thousands, and I mean thousands of safes, and still haven't gotten it yet. So yeah, it's all based on randomness and luck, and unfortunately there is no sure way of doing something to guarantee that you will unlock the operator skin. It's all based on randomness and luck. With that being said, I hope this video helped you out. I hope it made completing the event a lot easier and quicker for you guys, and if it did, make sure to see for the like button, and while you're down there, make sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already for more videos like this one. Thank you guys for watching this video.